So yesterday, early morning, Santa Fe police told us no signs of foul play. Then by the afternoon, officials deemed it suspicious. What's sticking out to you here?
The narrative surrounding allegations of an FBI investigation into Gene Hackman, coupled with claims that his wife met a mysterious fate, is a tale that has circulated in certain corners of the internet, capturing the attention of those who revel in conspiracy theories and sensational headlines. Yet despite the dramatic allure of such a story, no credible evidence or official confirmation exists to support these claims. Gene Hackman, the celebrated actor known for his commanding screen presence and a career filled with award-winning performances, has long maintained a fiercely guarded private life that stands in stark contrast to the lurid details proposed by these rumors. The story, woven from strands of celebrity mystique, alleged governmental secrecy, and personal tragedy, is emblematic of a broader trend in modern media where unverified narratives can rapidly achieve viral status without any basis in fact. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Gene Hackman's illustrious career has spanned decades, marked by iconic roles in films that have become part of cinematic history. His portrayal of gritty, multifaceted characters in movies such as The French Connection and The Conversation cemented his reputation as one of Hollywood's most formidable talents. Off-screen, however, Hackman has deliberately retreated from the spotlight, choosing to live a life marked by relative anonymity and discretion. It is this very privacy that, in the eyes of some, renders him an ideal subject for speculative stories. In an era where the private lives of public figures are dissected in minute detail, the absence of readily available personal information can sometimes invite unfounded speculation. When the notion of an FBI investigation and a mysterious death is introduced into this mix, it creates a narrative that, while striking, is built on conjecture rather than confirmed fact. In today's digital age, social media platforms and online forums have become powerful conduits for the spread of information, both factual and fictitious. The rapid sharing of sensational content is often driven by algorithms that prioritize engagement over accuracy. Stories that evoke strong emotional reactions, particularly those involving well-known celebrities and purported government intrigue, tend to be amplified regardless of their veracity. The claim that Gene Hackman is under investigation by the FBI, or that his wife died under mysterious circumstances, plays into a well-worn formula that capitalizes on the public's appetite for scandal and mystery. The ease with which such narratives can be disseminated, repeated, and reshaped by countless voices contributes to an environment in which rumors are frequently accepted as truth without sufficient scrutiny. The FBI as an institution is synonymous with the investigation of high-stakes crimes and covert operations, and its involvement in any case naturally attracts significant attention. Historically, the Bureau has been tasked with probing serious criminal activity, and its work is subject to stringent legal oversight and public accountability. The processes by which the FBI conducts its investigations are robust and transparent to the extent allowed by national security concerns. Any claim suggesting that the Bureau would be involved in a secretive probe of a renowned actor like Gene Hackman, particularly one culminating in a mysterious personal tragedy, would invariably be accompanied by a wealth of corroborative evidence from reputable sources. Yet a thorough review of available information reveals no such evidence, underscoring that the narrative in question is a product of imaginative speculation rather than investigative reality. Misinformation, especially when it touches on sensitive topics such as alleged criminal investigations or unexplained deaths, carries with it the potential for significant harm. For individuals like Gene Hackman, who have spent decades building a legacy based on talent and discretion, the spread of such unfounded claims can be both personally distressing and professionally damaging. False stories have the capacity to tarnish reputations, disrupt families, and undermine public trust in the institutions tasked with protecting society. The dissemination of dramatic yet baseless accounts not only diverts attention from issues of genuine importance, but also contributes to a broader erosion of confidence in verified sources of news and official records. The psychology behind conspiracy theories reveals a compelling need for simple explanations in a complex world. Many people are naturally drawn to narratives that promise to unveil hidden truths, particularly when those narratives involve secretive governmental bodies or the private lives of public figures. In the case of Gene Hackman, The convergence of celebrity status and the mystique of FBI operations creates a recipe for a story that is as intriguing as it is implausible. Conspiracy theories often offer an alluring sense of clarity and order in situations that are otherwise fraught with ambiguity. This cognitive bias towards simplified explanations can make even the most outlandish claims seem plausible, particularly when they are repeatedly echoed across multiple, unverified channels. Speculation about Hackman's private life and any potential government interest in it might have sprouted from a kernel of misinterpreted information, whether through isolated statements taken out of context, misleading digital edits, or the deliberate embellishment of mundane facts. The internet has a notorious ability to transform trivial details into the foundation for grand conspiracies. Over time, these small fragments of truth are distorted and expanded until they coalesce into a narrative that appears both compelling and dramatic. The role of online communities in this process is significant. Echo chambers and filter bubbles reinforce and magnify such speculations until they seem, to those within the loop, not only credible, but undeniable. A key aspect of understanding the proliferation of such narratives lies in the critical evaluation of sources. Reputable news organizations and official government statements operate under stringent editorial guidelines designed to verify and authenticate the information they present. In contrast, many of the sources that propagate stories like the alleged FBI investigation of Gene Hackman lack this same level of accountability. They often emerge from websites or social media accounts with little regard for fact-checking, driven instead by a desire to attract clicks, shares, and advertising revenue. The rapid spread of misinformation can be attributed in part to the economic incentives that reward sensationalism, regardless of its truthfulness. This financial motivation, combined with the inherently viral nature of dramatic content, creates an environment in which the line between credible journalism and speculative rumor is perilously thin. The ethical responsibilities of media professionals are paramount in a landscape inundated with unverified information. Journalists are trained to corroborate facts, consult multiple reliable sources, and adhere to ethical standards that prioritize accuracy over sensational appeal. When confronted with a story that purports to link a beloved public figure with a clandestine government investigation and personal tragedy, a diligent journalist will seek out evidence from official records, conduct interviews with informed sources, and refrain from contributing to a narrative that is unsupported by hard facts. It is this commitment to truth and accountability that distinguishes quality journalism from the endless stream of clickbait headlines that proliferate online. The absence of any verifiable evidence linking Gene Hackman or his family to an FBI investigation is a testament to the importance of these rigorous standards in the pursuit of truth. The influence of social media algorithms on the spread of misinformation is an important consideration when examining this phenomenon. Digital platforms are designed to maximize user engagement, often at the expense of accuracy. Content that is emotionally charged or sensational in nature tends to be promoted more heavily, creating a feedback loop in which unverified claims can gain traction rapidly. When a story like the one implicating Gene Hackman is shared repeatedly without proper context or verification, it can become embedded in the collective consciousness of certain online communities. This phenomenon is further exacerbated by the design of echo chambers, where users are primarily exposed to information that reinforces their existing beliefs, making it even more challenging to dislodge misconceptions once they have taken hold. The potential repercussions of such misinformation extend beyond the immediate impact on the individuals involved. A society inundated with sensationalist falsehoods is one in which public trust in both the media and governmental institutions can become severely compromised. The spread of unfounded conspiracy theories contributes to a broader culture of skepticism, where even legitimate inquiries and official investigations are met with suspicion. This erosion of trust can have far-reaching implications, weakening the social fabric that underpins democratic institutions and making it more difficult for communities to engage in meaningful dialogue about pressing issues. It is incumbent upon both consumers of information and the institutions that produce it to remain vigilant against the insidious effects of misinformation. The case of Gene Hackman serves as a microcosm for the larger challenges faced in distinguishing between credible information and unfounded speculation in the modern era. While the narrative of a secret FBI investigation and a mysterious death is compelling on a superficial level, a deeper analysis reveals it to be a construction built on the shaky foundation of conjecture and sensationalism. The allure of such stories is undeniable, tapping into deep-seated human desires for clear explanations and hidden truths. Yet the absence of corroborative evidence from reputable sources or official records ultimately undermines the credibility of the narrative. For those seeking to understand the truth behind any claim, it is essential to approach the information with a critical eye, and to consult sources that adhere to rigorous standards of fact-checking and accountability. Historical examples of similar unfounded claims further illustrate how easily misinformation can take root and spread. Over the decades, numerous high-profile figures have found themselves the subject of rumors and conspiracies that were later debunked through careful investigation. These episodes serve as a reminder that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, a standard that is conspicuously absent in the narrative linking Gene Hackman to an FBI investigation or a mysterious personal loss. The pattern of misinformation observed in such cases is not unique, but rather part of a recurring cycle in which the desire for sensational stories overrides the need for factual accuracy. By learning from these historical precedents, society can develop more robust mechanisms for identifying and countering the spread of unverified information. In examining the broader cultural context, it becomes clear that the intersection of celebrity and government intrigue is a particularly fertile ground for the cultivation of conspiracy theories. Celebrities, by virtue of their public status and the inherent curiosity that surrounds their private lives, often become the subject of intense scrutiny and speculation. When the narrative of a respected figure like Gene Hackman is intertwined with the mystique of federal investigations, it creates a storyline that is both captivating and easily disseminated across digital platforms. The resulting blend of fact, speculation, and outright fabrication appeals to the desire for narratives that promise to reveal hidden aspects of power and secrecy. However, the excitement generated by such stories must be tempered by a commitment to verifying their claims, ensuring that the allure of mystery does not lead to the acceptance of falsehoods. The evolving nature of digital media has dramatically altered the ways in which information is both consumed and produced. Traditional media outlets, which once served as the primary gatekeepers of reliable news, now share the stage with a multitude of online platforms that operate with little oversight. This democratization of information has numerous benefits, including the amplification of diverse voices, yet it also presents significant challenges when it comes to ensuring accuracy. In the case of the Gene Hackman narrative, the lack of a centralized mechanism to verify the origin and authenticity of the claims has allowed a dramatic story to proliferate without any substantive evidence. The responsibility for sifting through the myriad of digital content now falls increasingly on individual users, who must exercise discernment and critical judgment when confronted with sensational claims. The mechanisms by which such stories gain traction can also be understood through the lens of modern communication theory. The concept of virality in digital media is often driven by emotional resonance. The more a story can evoke feelings of shock, outrage, or curiosity, the more likely it is to be shared widely. This dynamic is at work in the propagation of the rumor involving Gene Hackman, where the combination of a renowned actor, alleged FBI involvement, and a mysterious personal tragedy creates a potent mix that compels people to pass the story along. Over time, repeated exposure to the narrative, even in the absence of concrete evidence, can lead to its acceptance as fact within certain circles. This phenomenon highlights the critical need for media literacy and the development of skills that enable individuals to differentiate between credible reporting and sensationalized conjecture. Delving deeper into the cultural dynamics at play, it becomes clear that the spread of such narratives is intimately linked with the changing nature of celebrity in modern society. Over the decades, celebrities have transitioned from being distant icons to accessible figures whose lives are scrutinized with an intensity that often borders on obsession. In this climate, any hint of mystery or controversy surrounding a celebrity's personal life can be quickly magnified and interpreted as evidence of hidden truths. Gene Hackman, whose career has been marked by a formidable presence both on and off the screen, is no exception to this rule. The allure of associating a respected actor with clandestine government investigations is a testament to the evolving relationship between celebrity and the public. As boundaries between the personal and the public blur, it becomes increasingly important to distinguish between genuine biographical details and the embellishments that are added by rumor and speculation. The narrative in question leverages this blurred boundary, exploiting the public's inherent curiosity about the private lives of those in the limelight. By doing so, it not only distorts the reality of the individuals involved, but also reflects broader societal trends in how we consume and interpret celebrity news. Equally significant is the role that technological innovations have played in reshaping the landscape of public discourse. The rise of digital media has fundamentally altered how information is disseminated and consumed, with traditional gatekeepers giving way to decentralized networks of content creators and distributors. This democratization of information has many positive aspects, including the empowerment of voices that were previously marginalized. However, it has also introduced new challenges in ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the information that circulates online. In the case of the Gene Hackman narrative, the absence of authoritative sources and the reliance on anecdotal accounts and unverifiable claims serve as a stark reminder of the limitations of digital content moderation. The rapid spread of such stories underscores the need for robust mechanisms that can help distinguish between credible journalism and the sensationalized misinformation that often gains traction on social media. As society continues to navigate the complexities of this new digital era, the importance of developing and maintaining a culture of critical engagement with information cannot be overstated. Reflecting on the overall implications of this phenomenon, it is evident that the challenges posed by misinformation extend far beyond any single narrative or public figure. They touch on fundamental aspects of how society functions, how institutions maintain their credibility, and how individuals navigate an increasingly complex information landscape. The case of the alleged FBI investigation into Gene Hackman is a microcosm of these broader issues. It highlights the dangers of unchecked sensationalism and the vital importance of maintaining rigorous standards for verifying information. At the same time, it serves as a reminder of the resilience of truth and the power of collective efforts to debunk and discredit unfounded claims. In the end, the strength of democratic discourse depends on the ability of society to sift through the noise, to discern fact from fiction, and to engage in informed debate. This process, while challenging, is essential for the continued functioning of a healthy and vibrant public sphere. The intricate balance between legal safeguards and the public's fascination with scandal is a subject worthy of deeper exploration. Federal institutions adhere to strict protocols that ensure any investigation is grounded in tangible evidence rather than conjecture. For a renowned figure in the cinematic world, any assertion of a covert inquiry must pass through rigorous legal channels before it can gain traction. The mechanisms of oversight involve multiple layers of judicial review, internal audits, and adherence to constitutional rights that protect individuals from unsubstantiated allegations. Such procedural rigor not only prevents frivolous pursuits, but also fortifies the integrity of law enforcement by requiring proof that stands up to exacting standards. Scholars in legal studies have long observed that the culture surrounding high-profile personalities is unique. The intersection of fame and privacy necessitates a delicate balance. A single baseless claim can have profound consequences for personal dignity and public reputation. Legal experts have highlighted that media coverage of celebrity matters must be careful not to conflate rumor with evidence. This separation of fact from unfounded speculation is critical in maintaining a clear boundary between public interest and private grief. Advanced methods of forensic analysis and archival research are often employed by investigative teams to sift through historical records and confirm or refute emerging narratives. In parallel, academic investigations into the phenomenon of rumor propagation reveal that unverified stories tend to exploit the gaps left by insufficient public information. Researchers note that while sensational claims might capture attention in the short term, they rarely withstand the scrutiny of detailed, systematic inquiry. Ultimately, the interplay of judicial diligence and responsible reporting stands as a bulwark against the spread of narratives that stray far from verified truth. ensuring that even the most dramatic assertions remain subject to the weight of incontrovertible evidence. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on the FBI investigation of Gene Hackman? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.